Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sandy here. So today I'm going to quickly demonstrate to you guys how I would fix an overplucked wig. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using a wig from Eon Hair, and this is a 360 Brazilian water wave wig. And just a disclaimer, I have not had any major problems with this wig. I decided to overpluck it just for the purpose of this video. So I just wanted to let you guys know, just in case you thought they sent me like really bad hair. No, this hair is actually really nice and thick. The thicker your hair is, the better, because we are going to be taking some hair out from the back. So yeah, let's get straight into the tutorial. And by the way guys, my throat is still kind of sore, so if I end up sounding croaky later on, I'm really sorry, and I hope it won't be too distracting. Right, okay, so let's get into the video. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to pretend that we don't have any extra hair lying around. So we're gonna have to use hair from the wig. So what I do is I get hair from the very back, because that way no one's gonna notice that you've cut some off. And so I just get a small section of hair and then I just snip it off. But even after I've cut it off, you still can't really tell that there has been hair cut off. And I only had to do this twice. However, I didn't do it at the same place twice. I did it on two different sides of the wig, but just make sure it's at the bottom so that the hair on the top can cover it. Right, so after that, just pull off the really small hairs that you won't be able to ventilate with, and then run your fingers through the piece of hair that you have, and then after that, hold it on the thickest part so that you can make the most of every single hair strand. So after this, we get on to ventilating. As always, I use my nitpicker. I usually get asked what size my nitpicker is. Honestly, I don't know the exact size, but I will link the exact one that I get. Right, okay, so when it comes to filling in a overplucked part in, my main objective is to just create the illusion that there is still some hair there. And so to do this, I try to mimic the strands that are already on the wig. So this means using, well, ideally using one hair strand at a time. However, sometimes I accidentally pick up two, but that's not too much of a big deal because you can't really tell. So I would say do 1 to 2 hair strands. And also in terms of spacing, you also have to try and mimic what's already there, but I do understand that we don't have time for that. So what I did is I just did random holes. I didn't really focus too much on the spacing. I was just doing random holes just until I thought it was filled and you couldn't really see that much of the white patch. Right, okay, so I'd recommend for you to do this if your bald patch is a similar size to mine, because it didn't take too long. It took about an hour and a half, and all I needed was 2 pieces of hair from the back of the wig. But like I said, I didn't cut it from the same side just to avoid my wig looking weird, even though you couldn't really notice it because of how thick the wig is. But yeah, I'd only recommend you doing this if your bald patch is a similar size to mine. If it's any bigger, you might just have to get some extra bundles to use just to avoid making your wig look really weird. So yeah. Right, so this is how it was looking after I'd finished that first piece of hair that I'd cut off. So I went back in and I cut off another piece, but like I said, it was from the other side of the wig. Don't cut them all on the same side just to avoid it looking awkward from the back. But you can't really tell because of how small the pieces of hair that I cut off were. So I went in with the second piece, and now I was able to really notice that the patch was gone. However, now I could see that the new knots weren't bleached, and I didn't plan on bleaching them because it's only a small space. So what I did was I added some foundation onto the other side, but I'll show you later on in the video. So what I did was I went in with my hot comb, and I normally do this when I make a DIY closure just to help seal the knots. So I would definitely recommend doing this. I will link the hot comb in the description box below so that you can get it. Right, so here I'll show you guys a close-up of the black knots, and even my original knots were kind of over bleached. So what I did was I went in with some black eyeshadow over where it was all over bleached, and yeah, just to make it match my new knots a little bit better. And so I forgot to show you guys the part where I was adding foundation onto the new knots so that they could look as bleached as the old knots. Even after I did that, you couldn't really tell the difference anyway, but you can do that if you want to. So after this, I just laid the wig using some Got2b hairspray, and that's pretty much it, guys. I hope this video was helpful, because I was looking on YouTube to see other tutorials, and I think most people just use black eyeshadow, but I feel like with a patch that big, it's nice to create the illusion that there's some hair there so that up close people won't be like, what the hell. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you want to see me try do this with like a frontal, so like if the front of your wig is balding and you want to fix it and save yourself some money, just let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. The next few clips are of me styling the hair. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.